right, you made it to day 5 of the 28-day Expanding Your Range Challenge. There's quite a bit to go, so that's gonna be really fun. As long as you stay with it. Are you still doing your warm-ups consistently? Always do your 5-minute warm-up. The link is below. You need to download it because you need to make sure your voice is well warmed up and that you have warmed all your registers through your range. Your current range, that is, because we are going to expand it. Okay, probably you've had problems holding out long notes, whether that's in head voice or chest voice. I'm going to show you a trick that's going to help you really hit those high notes and hold it. What we're practicing here, you are training the muscles that are holding everything in position. It's always easier to sing a high pitch that when it's really short, like my, or oh. We've had those short ones, but now we want to lengthen them, which means the muscles that are keeping everything in place need to be strengthened. Have you ever had this, like when you hold out a bottle, it's really easy just to keep going back and forth, but holding it, try to hold it for 5 minutes. I bet you can't. Even 1 minute would be hard. Things get heavy. So holding anything in one position will put a lot of strain on your muscles, but since it's muscles, they can be trained. So let's do that. I want you to first of all start in chest voice, start on a pitch that is kind of high for you. Not the highest, but just a little below the highest. Maybe like a couple of semitones below your highest chest voice tone, okay? So for me, that would be probably around nah, something like that. So instead of just staying static, and the danger is that your muscles are just gonna slip and the placement changes. See, I'm getting more narrow and I'm starting to press more. What I want to do is I want to do something to help everything to stay in place and to stay open, to have that resonance coming on and just to really keep those muscles strong and engaged. That's what we want. I actually go below the pitch and go up. And try to let out as little air as possible. The next thing you could do is not actually dipping down in pitch, but just giving it an accent with your diaphragm, yes. I think it really helps me to think of what it's gonna feel like if I stay engaged here. And then the next step would be to actually hold the tone out, but to really remember the feeling of keeping everything moving. So the next step would be holding out. Without vibrato, it doesn't matter. As long as you really think of that movement and you want to think of a forward motion, a forward movement. You want to think of keeping everything engaged, not getting static and not slowly changing placements. That is the biggest danger. Let's try a head voice pitch. Same for head voice. So instead of hard, let's go. Again, keep your jaw relaxed. This is probably the biggest danger here, keeping your jaw relaxed. And then you should really feel your support muscles contract as you're accenting and then holding it, which I think is prettier with a vibrato. Otherwise it sounds very screechy and screamy. Relaxing. Relax your jaw and always remember, the higher you sing, the less air will flow out of your body. Really important concept. If you hear any breathiness on high pitches, that means you're leaning against the vocal cords too much, causing friction and causing strain on them. So you want to make sure you get a grip of the airflow, letting very little air out and having very tight vocal cord closure. And yes, your vocal cord closure will get better as you keep practicing all these exercises I'm showing you over the 28 days. Having a bigger range is all about more flexibility, having the vocal cords being able to be even tighter and also more relaxed. So tighter vocal cord closure as well as more relaxing. And it's almost like an athlete. You want to stretch, but you also want to do strength training. So we're trying to cover all bases here. See you tomorrow. Stay tuned.